up, man. Fair use. Fair. Just scared the shit out of me. Fair use, fair use, fair use. I hope that dude don't got a damn what you call that shit? Copyright on that shit. That looks good. Yeah, that looks good. All right. All right. So we ready? Yeah. So we're ready. We're set. So this right here is going to be I think, a 3-part series. It's going to be a 3-part series as it stands on strategic incompetence. Strategic incompetence. We're going to show it in society and politics. We're going to show it in society and relationships and family structure. And then the last one, we're going to show it in society on in the workforce. All right. So first, I want to show you what the definition of this shit is. All right. So strategic competence refers to a deliberate act of underperforming or feigning a lack of ability in order to avoid responsibility or to manipulate a situation to one's advantage. This behavior can be observed in various contexts, workplace dynamics, negotiations, or personal relationships. Now, I'm going to give you my example of this shit, right? People acting like they don't know something, and they really do, all right? So this first, we're going to start with Trump and the airplane situation. All right. The thing that irritates me about this strategic incompetence is you have people blaming Trump, a dude who just took the office on the 20th, for an accident that happened on the 8th day of his presidency. And they said it was because he cut safety signal, or with a safety director, or whatever the fuck this guy was, because he cut him. That's why the planes crashed. How? Think about that, bro. Just think about that. I cut the boss of the boss. Okay? I didn't even cut your immediate supervisor, bro. I cut your immediate supervisor's boss. Boss's boss. and replaced somebody in that position more qualified. There was an unfortunate event that occurred where there was a total different entity that I didn't even touch yet involved, which was that Black Hawk in the training. Right? So they're blaming this guy for the mistake of somebody who was not working under the civilian airlines. They're blaming him for something that happened that didn't affect the pilots or the motherfuckers in the tower on that day. They still came to work. They were the same motherfuckers who came to work after that first after the initial guy got fucking fired. That's like blaming the CEO. No, that's like blaming somebody who fires the CEO because they caught a shoplifter. What the fuck does the two have to deal with each other? You still had the cashiers, you still had security in the fucking store. You know, everybody came to work the next day. So how are you blaming the motherfucker who fired the CEO who was fucking up? Like, what could be filled in your brain? What's taking up so much space in your brain that you can't realize that? What the fuck is in there? You got worms in your fucking brain? Fucking worms or fucking gummy bears or some fucking brain, bro. To think that if you fire the boss of bosses, that's why the fucking airplane crashed. Let me show you this one idiot. This fucker right here. I don't know how to fuck. You know, it's really got to be about entertainment. This guy's got like almost 1 million followers here, right? And listen to the shit this guy's. Now you're gonna hear people use these terms like Trump supporters are mad, or Trump voters are getting what they deserve. Trump supporters ain't mad at shit, nigga. We're not mad at shit. We're not upset about any fucking thing. We're happy, elated, fucking relaxed, just happy. With just everything that you could, everything that means some form of joy. We're experiencing because we don't have to worry about migrants, fucking transgender ideology, fucking with our kids or grandkids, representing us in the fucking military, bum ass, weak ass D hires. We don't have to worry about that. We're happy, bro. Trust me, the only people that are unhappy right now are bitches. Yeah. Male bitches, female bitches. It's the only people that are not happy, bro. It's the only people. Apparently, the majority of the country voted for this guy, so the majority of the country is happy, bro. I don't. I don't know what. Where's the fucking common sense here? The people that voted for the guy, which was the majority of the country, so the majority of the country is fucking happy, bro. Right? That's a fair assumption, right? Guy comes in, he's bringing in fucking jobs, he's fucking taking assets, fucking Greenland, and he's about to fucking blow Mexico off the fucking map, with the fucking drug cartels. He's cleaning up the military. He's getting rid of the IRS. Like, what Trump supporter is fucking angry, bro? But if you leave it to Beaver looking motherfucker right here, he's gonna tell you that we're all fucking sad, bro. No, the fuck we're not. I know I got to work on. I know I got to work on my language. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I just get so irritated with incompetence. It irritates me really bad, bro. I am going to enjoy my cigar with some and talk about strategic incompetence. Huh? Shouldn't have V cut. Opened it up too much. All right, now let's look at all of these assholes here.
All right, we have a few important things to break down. First of all, Democratic politicians are firing back at Donald Trump after his offensive press conference this morning talking about the disaster in D.C., where he tried to place blame on DEI, which just means Black Americans in his eyes. He tried to place blame on...
There we go. Now, here's the thing. Listen, you heard that? You know how, like, Becky utilized Keisha to fund her fucking movement when it came to aggression and dislike and contempt for the way the country was being ran? You know how Becky manipulated Keisha to get her to jump on her side with feminism to overthrow Brad and all it and any other fucking man? Yeah, that's not going to work with us, bro. Okay? It's not going to work with us. If you recall, the ones who were fighting and dying during the time Keisha's was getting manipulated were us, we're Black men. It's the only reason she could even vote today. It's the only reason why she's not cleaning out your grandmother's house right now is because our male Black ancestors fought and died for freedom. So for you to come up here and say something like, he said DI, which means Black people, like, man, we're not getting on your side with that, nigga. That's not going to work on. Do you know how happy we are that Trump is president? We didn't have to deal with this whack ass fake Black chick who was an empowered, what do they call those things? False idol for Black women all across America. That's what she was. She was a false idol for Black women all across America. So they worshipped it. They were fucking. They didn't give a fuck about the facts at all when it came to her. What's the fact? She's fucking Indian. They don't care. They asked her about reparations. She said, "Yeah, we're gonna give her mental health." She said she washed collard greens in the bathtub. Come on, man. Come on. Come the fuck on, man. Listen, if I would have been a Kamala Harris supporter, I would have threw my tampons away when I saw how Trump moved in his first 4 days. I would have turned my tampons in for a job. Yeah. This guy cleaned up this country. I keep saying it's going to be like the 80s without the crack. The only thing we need now is some masculine cartoons, bro. Fucking He-Man and G.I. Joe and shit. Silverhawks, Thundercats, bitch, GoBots. Yeah, bring all that shit back. Popeye and shit. You know what the fuck they got now for your kids, for your little grandkids? Fucking Catboy and Paw Patrol, nigga. That's what they got for your fucking kids. But we're not going to go down that way. So this guy says he's using DEI and Trump disliking DEI, and he's using an igniter of he hates black people. Do you know that Trump was really considered a misfit? He didn't fit in. He was rich. He was white. But he hung with niggas. Well, what niggas did he hang with? Mike Tyson, Al Sharpton, rappers, yeah. Way back in the day. That's why he can hang with certain people that don't like and you call weird. Because he deals with people who are the best in that industry, in that field, or with whatever they're dealing with. Doesn't care what you look like. He ain't even get mad when that guy showed up to this to whatever the fuck he had. The guy that showed up with a fucking hoodie and shorts. We were laughing at him like, who the fuck is this guy? But Trump was like, no, this guy's brilliant in a different way, and I like him. I fuck with him. Kim Jong-un. Putin. He really liked those motherfuckers. To be a successful businessman, you got to put the superficial shit aside. And you know, the most superficial being on a planet is what? Is who? Keisha. Anyway, let's hear what the rest of this shit this fucking guy got to say. Huh?
Obama, Biden, even Pete Buttigieg, he tried to place blame on, and Mayor Pete just fired back in a very satisfying way. We'll cover that, but I also want to talk about the conservative reaction, the MAGA reaction to Trump's insane press conference, because there's two sections, I like to think. There are the hardcore MAGA Republicans. You guys have seen me interview them. They are drenched in Trump gear, just covered in Trump hats and flags. But then there is also another section of conservatives, and people hate when I say this, but it's true. Not all Republican voters are so captured by the MAGA movement that they can't criticize Trump. There are many voters who genuinely just saw their grocery prices go up and didn't understand the global factor.
Their grocery prices go up. Bro, do you know how easy it is to manipulate shit that you, in a situation with somebody that you don't like, if you own grocery chains? Say I own grocery chains. Say I own, instead of Sam's Club, I got fucking Bam's Club. And I don't like Trump. Well, I'm raising everything up 7%, and I'm going to say it's because of Trump's policy. See how easy that was? Like you could it politics, it's like chess, bro. And a lot of people are stupid. They can only play checkers. Right? Fucking Uno, you know. But to the common silly-minded person, they will hear, oh, people's grocery bills are going up as soon as Trump came in. Because these people are like fucking chickens They're like chickens. Some people got the brain of fucking farm animals, bro. Yeah. Motherfuckers got the brains of farm animals. We're in the age of social media, and social media affects us in certain ways. And it's like a constant thing of dopamine. This is like watered down crack, bro. Kick a motherfucker on social media, kick them off. Kick them off for a week. They're gonna start having fits. In the middle of the night, they're used to scrolling. When they go to take a shit, they're used to scrolling. Anything like that. Now they can't scroll. Now they can't go and post. So now shit's boring. What are they gonna do? They're gonna go nuts. These people are addicted to it. So their brains are like fucking chickens. They're just looking for the next hit. Oh, shock value. Oh, no, it's not. It's not what's happening, bro. They done made up so many lies. Oh, Trump said if you're on child support, you can't collect the federal. You can't claim your kid on your tax. Oh, everybody went fucking nuts. There's a new one. There's a new one out right now too. Oh, some shit about marriage. That he's canceling 50-50. He's not canceling. He's not canceling 50-50 marriages. He didn't say a fuck thing about marriages, bro. So you got to understand. You got to understand what's going on, what's being changed. Pay attention to it. I'll give you an example. One of the things you could do is go to this page. All right? This is his fucking page that they created. You could go here and you could see what fucking policies are being changed. Policies will be changed. Shit like that, right? Presidential actions. See that? Since January 20th of 2025. All right. This is his little, I guess you could call that a mission statement or something. I don't know. All right. But you go up here. Let's see. Presidential actions. All right. Imposing duties to address flow of illicit drugs across our national border. Right? That one was today. What was yesterday? Immediate assessment of aviation. Now, this what is so smart about this? All you gotta do is fucking read. All of the shit that you're hearing that these assholes are saying, oh, we did this, you da. You go to the fucking site, and because they post on here every day, they'll tell you what they did. How transparent is that? How transparent is that? Now, there was something on. That's it? No. There was something on Twitter. Listen, man, you gotta have thick skin on Twitter, kid. You gotta have some thick skin. Me myself, I'm kind of easily triggered, so I'll read for a little bit, then I get the fuck off. I can't be quiet when I see stupid shit, bro. All right, but like I was saying, so on here. So as we see, we're not going to see a damn thing in here about marriage, right? But we do see, what is this? Migrant Operations Center at Naval Station, Guantanamo Bay to full capacity. Yeah, that wasn't a rumor. He is trying to open up Guantanamo Bay, right? Ending radical indoctrination in K to 12 schooling. So this means that your fucking kids, you don't have to worry about some teacher telling your fucking kid, well, you could be a little girl if you wanted to, or you could be a little boy if you wanted to. You don't got to worry about that. That shit's out the fucking window. You think Trump supporters are, bro? Don't listen to these. When you hear anybody saying some negative shit about this dude, don't look it up yourself. Go look it up yourself. You can do shit right there in your fucking phone. Google. Did Trump cause the flight to crash? It's gonna say no. How would he cause the flight to crash? Where's the cocksucker that said that was his fault? That's whose fucking page I want to go over. No, let's go. Hold on. Let me just examine this real quick. Reinstating service members. Look at this. Reinstating service members discharged under the military COVID-19 vaccination mandate. When they said, hey, if you don't take this shot, you're fucking fired. They didn't take it and they fired them. Let's see. Let's see what we got now. Service under military COVID. All right. Secretary of Defense rescinded the mandate of January 10, 2023. The vaccine mandate was unfair, right? Completely unnecessary to burden on our service members. Thank you very much. Further, the military unjustly discharged those who refused the vaccine, regardless of the years of service given to our nation. After failing to grant many of them exemption that they should have received, federal government redress of any wrongdoing dismissals is overdue. Let's see, consistent with policies announced Section 1, reinstatement available to members active who reserve who were discharged solely for refusal, and enable. Oh, look at this. Look at this shit here. This is what I was looking for. This is why I wanted to look at it before I said it. Enable those service members reinstated under the section to revert to their former rank and receive full back pay, bitch. Full back pay. These motherfuckers are just mad because they can't walk around and prance around and we don't have to respect and play along in your fucking daydream of you being a female. You got a fucking beard. You look like Mark Henry or Andre the Giant. And you're telling us you're a fucking female. We don't have to play along with your bullshit no more. We don't have to go up to schools and protest and get arrested because a big fucking trans or whatever is reading a book and drag to our kids. We don't have to do that now. I'm fucking happy. For the longest, I've been saying keep these bitches out of your circle. Keep them out of your corporate. I know they look good. They're the intern. You want to fuck the intern. No, don't let that bitch get a job in there with you. What did you have to do to get in that position? How many years you had to put in? And he just let some fresh little fucking 22-year-old just waltz her ass up in there and no, man. Value your shit more than a wet mouth or a wet ass, bro. Come on, man. Get some fucking nuts about you, bro. They hired some chick. She fucking shows up to a traffic stop. The guy is armed. He says, yo, I'm armed. He said, all right, get out. Put your hands on the hood. And the guy, the male cop, and instructs her remove the firearm while he's, on the guy, just in case. This bitch shoots the guy in the fucking leg. She went to go take the firearm off. She's tugging on the firearm like this. Everybody knows, keep your finger out of the trigger guard. She fucking blows a hole right through the top of his thigh, out through the lower part of his fucking thigh on the other side. He's lucky she didn't blow his fucking nuts off, man. the plane crash, it was a broad aboard, right? She was training, allegedly. They were driving that shit. I think they were using that little fucking remote shit and crashed that bitch. That's what I think happened. But she was on board. She had 500 hours training or flight hours. They were training her on this fucking hawk. She fucking crashed it, bro. But back to this. This is beautiful. You get your job back, you get your rank back, and you get your fucking back pay, full back pay. All right? You get your bonus payments. Come on, man. It's beautiful. Now you hear a lot of these fucks. You'll hear a lot of these fucks. Like this guy here. There's another fucking guy. There's another guy. These are people who do not like Trump, okay? This guy's got 2.79 million followers. Listen to his rhetoric.
Donald Trump already deserves to be impeached.
Bro, what the fuck did he do to already deserve to be impeached, bro? Pissed off the homos. That's what he did. Pissed off the homos. The homos, the weak men, and the masculine bitches. That's who he's pissed off. I think that's what to rid the country of. We need to get rid of you motherfuckers. Masculine women, the homos, and weak men. Man, fuck y'all, man. Fuck about you, man. Get rid of them. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy, man. You guys are listening to him? You're listening to him, huh? Okay.
Donald Trump already deserves to be impeached just for what he's done in this second term. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not calling for his impeachment. It would be futile.
Nigga, that's what you said. He should kick you the fuck out the country. That's exactly what you just said, bro. Kick you the fuck out the country. Like you did that little Asian bitch. Kick that bitch right out. You know what I'm talking about? Let me show you who I'm talking about. Let me show you the little Asian bitch he kicked out. Here's the little Asian bitch he kicked out. Where's she at? This little bitch right here. Yeah, shawty. So what happened? Breaking news. Chinese national who organizes pro-Palestine rallies at UCLA, Louis Lejeune, has just had her visa revoked. Trump ain't playing about it, right? Now, one thing about me is I double check everything. Gone are the days that I look on social media and see something and say, oh my God, oh shit, and then go and spread it. Those days are gone. I see it. I feel a dopamine hit. The dopamine hit means check this shit out. So I go and I check the shit out. And let's see. Where we at? Yeah, here we go. Bam. Donald Trump signs an executive order. UCLA pro-Palestine student protester visa is revoked. You gotta go, bitch. You got to go. All right. Signed executive order Wednesday to aimed at combating anti-Semitism in the wake of Hamas attack on Israel. All right. This broad, Liu, will be likely deported to China following executive order, which calls for a federal crackdown on campus anti-Semitism. You gotta go, bitch. You gotta go. All right. So this guy, he says he's trying to backtrack. Nah, nigga, you said it. You know that. You said that shit. Stop being. Don't be a bitch now. See, that's what I'm talking about. Soft men, right?
Deserves to be impeached just for what he.
Yeah. See, that's what he said.
Donald Trump already deserves to be impeached.
See, that's what he said, right?
Just for what he's done in this second term. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not calling for his impeachment.
Nah, my nigga. Nah. Get him the fuck out of here. Man, I wish I had that authority. I would scour fucking net. Scour the net. They find motherfuckers be like, nope, get him out of here. Get him out of here. We will have a lot of apartments. We will have a lot of parking spaces available when I'm done. Oh, yeah. You know, especially up here in New York. New York is packed. Can't park anywhere. There's no parking, bro. There's no fucking parking. Oh, I get you motherfuckers out of here. You would think with motherfuckers getting killed every goddamn day that there would be more parking spots, right? More apartments or homes for fucking sale or rent. There's not. So they removed all of these fucking migrants so far. They're like, oh, the migrants, he said he was only going to remove the fucking violent ones. All right, well, what comes after the violent ones, man? You! What the fuck you thought this was? Where did you think this was, bro? Come on, man. What did you think this was, bro? Thought we were gonna fucking leave you here? Yeah, you thought you was going to be here. Thought you were gonna be left here. You gotta go too. You know? So, man, I don't mean you can't. I don't mean that you can't come back. If you leave, you can always come back. It's not the end of the road, like Boyz II Men was saying. It's not the end of the road. You leave? You file your fucking work. You're already here. Take your fucking fingerprints and all of this shit. Put them on cards. And you leave them with your family. And say, yo, take your little passport picture and all that shit. And file your shit. Then get on the fucking bus or the plane or the train or what the fuck ever. Go back. And then, you know, just... You got to think of it like this. All the people that I know that came through the right way, you know what they had to go through? Studying to actually pass the fucking, they had to take a test to get citizenship, bro. In our language. And they did it. Here come yo little fucking skip the line ass. You come over here, you skip the line, you fucking got established and all of that shit. Talking little shit here and there. Now, now it's time to go. You're like, oh, it's not fair. You Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Get out of here. Take the world's smallest violin. Boop. There you go. You think that was fair to the people who had to bust their ass to get here legally? There's people that had to bust their ass to get here. Don't get mad at the system. You paid 10 racks to the cartel to have your ass dropped off here. They don't give you no refunds, none of that shit. You just gave them 10 racks. So now what? You gotta go. You gotta go, bro. Look at this guy here.
Think that Mexicans are gonna come running to y'all for help. What for? Y'all black people can't even help yourselves. That's why Mexican people are hardworking people.
I really don't think you can afford to be this racist right now, boo-boo, with the way they are swiftly kicking you out of this country.
What makes you think that a Mexican will say, oh, okay, well, we have the blacks. Let's go to them. Come on now. Y'all don't even trust each other. What makes you think that a Mexican will trust you if you don't even trust your brother?
Okay, since you're talking about trust in our communities, I have a question for you. Was it the black community that voted to have ICE come deport your families and terrorize your community? Or was it the Latino community that voted to have ICE come and deport your own family members and terrorize your own community? So just remember that it was the black community that voted to protect your Latino families from ICE raids. Meanwhile, your Latino brothers willingly sold out your own families and your community to ICE. Latinos are working people, also extremely hardworking at sticking together and getting each other deported. So clearly the black community cares more about protecting Latino families than some Latinos care about protecting their own families. Clearly. Something else that I just wanted to throw in here about the black community's role in immigration rights. Immigrants have been able to come and stay in our country because of the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965, which was part of the Civil Rights Act, which we all know was spearheaded and led by the black community. You're welcome.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Because when we break down the voting shit, 93% of black women voted for Kamala, and 80% of black men voted for Kamala. Stupid. I didn't vote for that bitch, but a lot of them did. So that's what 20 plus 93 plus the 7. So 27% did 27% of black people voted for Trump. 83% voted for, Kamala. So why you talking that shit about black people, bro? Because you got the brain of a chicken. You niggas got chicken brains. You niggas got farm animal brains, bro. Even our black women. Yeah. A lot of Keishas got them farm animal brains. Because they got mad at all black men. 80% voted for that motherfucker. And they were like, oh, fuck you, black men. And when they start shooting you, don't call us. Yo, you dumbass. Only 20% of us. So you shitting on a whole 80% that voted with you? You shitting on them? You ain't shit. You was a treason this bitch any damn way. Yeah. So that's why the people who voted for Trump, we're not fucking angry. We're not upset. We're happy. Fucking happy, bro. Oh, man. So Once again, what these guys are doing, this is the point of the video right here. Strategic incompetence refers to a deliberate act of underperforming or feigning lack of ability in order to avoid responsibility or to manipulate a situation. So, these people telling you these things, they know they're not true. Right? They know they're not true. But they're saying them because they're trying to manipulate the situation. They're trying to make it seem like, where's he at? He's trying to make it seem like, this guy's going to get impeached, and the fucking Trump supporters are upset because he didn't. No, the fuck we not. Don't listen to that bullshit. Don't listen to that shit.
It would be futile. It would be pointless. It would be a waste of resources because it's not going to happen with Republicans controlling the House and Senate. But Donald Trump's second term is barely a week old, and we are already witnessing actions so egregious and so blatantly unconstitutional that in a sane world, impeachment would not only be justified, it would be the correct, obvious thing to do. In 7 days, Donald Trump has sort of reignited the same authoritarian impulses that defined the first term, with fewer guardrails and fewer people around him willing to say, hey, this is not a good idea. First, I want to talk a little bit about the purge. Within hours of taking office, Donald Trump fired every inspector general who dared oversee his administration's spending. He then replaced the attorney general with a hardcore loyalist who once accepted a donation for Trump, and then poof, like a miracle, her interest in investigating Donald Trump's Trump University disappeared. That's Pam Bondi. If that sounds familiar, this is appeared. Interest the attorney general, his administrator. I want to talk a little bit about the purge. Within hours of taking office, Donald Trump fired every inspector general who dared oversee his administration's spending.
Okay. With every presidency, that's what they do. If Trump wouldn't have, let's say Trump didn't fire anybody, he just came in. What do you think would have happened? What do you think would happen? We're gonna step away from the fucking chicken mind. Okay. Trump comes in. He didn't fire anybody. He left all of those fucking Democrats there. He left all of the people that don't like him there. All the people that will backstab him, say he left them there. What do you think would happen? This is strategic incompetence. You know what would have happened. Right? Of course you do. He would be out of here in God knows how long. So why would you enter a new presidency where everybody hates you and you leave them there? Why would you do that? It's not smart. He knows the answer to that. He knows the answer to that. But this is an example of political, deliberate act of underperforming or feigning a lack of ability in order to avoid responsibility, manipulate a situation to one's advantage. He's deliberately pretending that he doesn't know why a president would get rid of a bunch of people that don't like him. Right? And he's doing that to manipulate the situation to one's advantage. Okay? Let's hear what else he's saying. When he speaks of the military and generals, these assholes have crashed recruitment. They've crashed. They ran in the ground. You got big ass transgenders walking around talking about they're in the fucking military. Do you know the loophole that they were exploiting? Well, when you go in the military, and you're transitioning or you decide to transition, you know the government pays for that, right? Now, being that they pay for that and you constantly need these meds, constantly, they might not be available to you during wartime, or if you're over there, or wherever you're at, you might not always have access to these fucking things. And if it makes you tweak out, well, then we can't deploy you, can we? So now you're forever stationed where you chose to go, right? We can't deploy you. We can't impose a physical standard on you, but you could still apply for promotions and shit like that. So now your big changing ass is getting paid by the government. You're being maintained by the government. You're gonna get a pension from the government and disability benefits from the fucking government. For what? The U.S. government, the military, is the largest employer of transgenders. They found a loophole. They gotta kiss their ass. Make sure you don't say certain shit around them. Make sure they get everything that they fucking need, bro. Yeah. I call that stolen valor. Why would you be why should the military hire somebody that they can't deploy if necessary? You don't even have to meet a standard? You piece of shit. That's not what the military is about. That's not what they're for. So he got rid of all of the fucking generals who support crap. And guess what? Us Trump supporters are not upset. They'll tell you that. Well, no, we're not upset. Why the fuck would we be upset?
He then replaced the attorney general with a hardcore loyalist who once accepted a donation for Trump, and then poof, like a miracle, her interest in investigating Donald Trump's Trump University disappeared. That's Pam Bondi. If that sounds familiar, this is not just about staffing changes. This is a direct assault on accountability, which Donald Trump hates.
Did this nigga say Trump hates accountability? Did he just say Trump hates accountability? Kamala Harris, what will you do than what Joe Biden did? Oh, that wouldn't change a thing. You wouldn't change nothing? Nope. Kamala Harris, 20 million migrants entered the United States under you guys' leadership. They were there, and we didn't get around to changing. The fuck you talking about, bro? The fuck are you talking about? These are just people who don't like the guy. All right. That's why I'm making this fucking video, because you got people who are just letting shit rock. If you support this guy, or if you don't support him, you support what he's doing, it's time to punch in. Comes a point in time in every man's life when it's time to punch in, Pop. You think you're just gonna live life and not have to go through anything, any type of movement or struggle? It's not made like that, bro. Every generation went through something. Every generation went through something. Look, I was born in 77. Thank God. I missed slavery, thank God. I missed fucking Jim Crow, thank God, You know what? Like, I had to deal with the crack era, but crackheads, man, Christmas time, the motherfuckers would get whatever the fuck you wanted for the low. You know, you could get a crackhead to do anything, fix anything. Everybody is useful. Everybody's useful. Everybody's got a purpose. Even the throwaways. But now we about to be back like the fucking 80s. Yeah. We just need somebody to fucking make some cartoons, you know, where there's a male-led character, strong male-led character ideology. You know, G.I. Joe. Remember G.I. Joe? That shit used to be lit. G.I. Joe. So another thing that people are talking about is Trump releasing these files with Martin Luther King and Robert Kennedy and all of that good shit. My man. Headshot. My man Pokey. What up, Poke? How you doing, bro? You know, they're making a big deal about it. Oh, Trump fucking releasing the damn files on Martin Luther King and this and that, and that's wrong. You know, you can't please these niggas, bro. He really thought he was doing something nice. He was doing something nice. He didn't have to. You know what? All these motherfuckers are upset. You know, they want to know, hold on. He's a 4. You know, they want to know, well, what happened to, you know, to Martin? You know, what happened to this, whenever? So we're going to release them, damn it, so that they can know the truth. Here these motherfuckers go. Yeah, you did that. He should have left it or something. Like, you know, it just can't make you motherfuckers happy. I know what makes you motherfuckers happy. You know what make you motherfuckers happy? Free shit. That's all the fuck you want. What is this?
Suspect cocaine.
It's not this one. Bumbleclad. Bumbleclad. All right. No, that's not it. What about this? You know what? I'm gonna just go look in the damn history. Hold on. And I got another example too of this shit that these people are doing, right? That next example I'm gonna use that big bitch. You know the broad, what happened? What happened? You know that big broad who tried to get in a fucking taxi cab? He was like, yo, nah. The man was like, right? You know her? She got a video of her in everything but a fucking little car. This bitch goes around in minivans and fucking MPVs and shit like that, bro. That's her mode of transportation. Bitch don't get in no damn little Honda Civic. Fuck, what? Gotta be fucking kidding me here. Oh, this shit should be starting now. Oh, I know this is gonna be funny. Damn. This nigga's entire family got deported in 24 hours. Oh, it's fucked up, kid. That's fucked up. Oh, YouTube is popping today. Hold on. Ooh, you know, you got some days where there ain't too much shit going on YouTube. She waved. Yo. He said she weighed more than a fucking IKEA bedroom set. Yo, you fucking stupid. Yo, you stupid. Bro. Yo, Pook, man, yo, pull up, bro. If you're able to. Hold hold up, man. Hold up. Where you at? Is this him? Yeah, this you. Right here. No, that's not you. This is you. Let me see. Oh, okay. I thought it was another one. I was about to say. All right, Pook. If you want to pull up, I just sent you the link. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So sometimes you're on fucking YouTube. It's not too much. Not too much going on, you know. Then sometimes you look on this shit, you be like, oh shit. Looks like it's new movies and shit on Netflix. You like, oh shit, look at that. Yeah, it's popping on YouTube right now. Let's see, we got Mac Mean, what happens when an entire family gets deported. New home and more parking, baby. See, that's what I was talking about. Yo, yeah. More parking, man. Yo,
Yo,
what up, bro?
on the road. Can you hear me?
Okay, hold on. I gotta. Yeah, wait a minute. Hold on. Hello?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I can hear you. I gotta. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. I forgot how I let me see. I think it's this. Let me see. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. I put my other earbud in.
All right, yeah. Damn, I forgot. I'm gonna have to use my headphones.
All right.
Yo. So what's good, bro?
Man, out here on this road.
Damn.
And I hear the echo.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what I gotta do here. Oh, wait a minute. Hello? How about that?
All right.
Do
Yeah.
you still
Yeah.
hear echo?
Hold on. Lightweight, but not as bad as it was.
All right. Damn, how the fuck I do that shit?
Yeah, and I'm saying the other times, you know what I'm saying, wasn't no echo like this.
Yeah. It's on this side. Hold on, I gotta remember what the fuck I did. Oh, all right, hold on. I got it. Let me see. Let me go here. Is it audio? Audio. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go here and put it on MacBook. There we go. I did it.
All right.
Hello? Yeah, cool. All right.
Yeah. All right. Yo.
Yeah.
All right.
What's up, man? How you been, bro?
Man, I've been good. How about yourself?
Yeah, I've been chilling, man. Just looking at what's going on and shit.
Man, boy, listen.
Yeah, I've been doing some looking at that, and a lot of people brought up the fact that they got capabilities to yeah, right. That's one, and two, the way that shit was going, that shit went straight to a number. Uh, they had that incident where that ship crashed into the boat. I mean, whatever. Yeah, that shit is crazy. Yes, yes, exactly. KKK. That's fucking nuts. That's actually nuts. I didn't
But
notice that.
it's
That's
like,
fucking
yeah,
nuts.
I just noticed it.
Oh, yeah. Yo, that's
But
fucking nuts.
yeah. But they know that when he releases the, said documents that they have, it's going to deal a severe blow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was this chick on I think she was on top, right? And she got hold of the files. I got a copy of the files too. She got hold of the files. She was like, "Oh, Martin Luther King was a made-up character by the FBI."
Who?
She said
Who?
Martin Luther King was a made-up character by the FBI. That's
I believe it.
that's what she was saying, right? But
Yeah.
but he wasn't. She actually read it wrong. She said that,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, she actually read the shit wrong, but she put, you know, she put out there that, that's what it was. So, people read what she put out there and they saw that she read it
But
wrong, and they was like, yo, so they was dogging her and shit.
it discredits, when a person has poor comprehension skills, it discredits, people who are like looking at from a different angle. What might be viewed as a conspiracy theory when you have a person, who has, um, they may be able to parrot read, but they don't have comprehension skills.
Yes. Yes.
You can sound out the syllables, the consonants, and the vowels, but you don't understand what you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
So with Martin Luther King, what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is a lot of people are accusing him of having been a communist And I agree. However, going back in history, I don't believe that he actually knew what he was. It's easy to look back 50, 60 years and analyze something versus when you're in the moment.
Yeah.
Everything is unfolding. I mean, you live in history, in real time.
Yeah.
So, 5 or 6 decades later, when we look at it, you can get an entirely different picture.
Yeah. It's like Monday morning quarterbacking
That's it.
on something fucking 60 years ago.
That's it. So it's easy to look at, it's easy to look at the film and break the play down versus being on the field. So I don't believe that he actually knew when he was dealing with Margaret Sanger and the people that he was dealing with, the communists that he was dealing with. I don't believe that he actually knew that he was leading Black America towards communism, even though he was.
I think I found it. Let me see.
So I'm getting a lot of heat.
Yeah, I found it, bitch. Aha. Found you, bitch. Hold on, give me a second. Screen. Right.
So I'm getting a lot of heat.
Fuck, same shit. That's not what I'm looking for. All right, yeah, so 1, 2. All right, so look at this here. This is what I'm gonna pull up.
So I'm getting a lot.
All right, so she's talking about the heat that she's getting from social media because of the post she put out.
Oh yeah, they supposedly, hold their feet to the fire.
Yeah, and then she tried to cover it up. You can't cover that up, baby.
Yeah, if you don't have no comprehensive skills, get your dumb ass out the way. That's that gossip girl shit.
Yeah. Where the fuck is it?
She a brunette, but she a dumb blonde.
Damn.
But you know what I'm saying? She's not the only one, because it's a creator that I watch them because they got somebody that I really like on their show. The person they have, you know him. You know what I'm saying? Because he used to have a show. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's a judge. I'm not gonna say his name. But the person who hosts the show is a female. And I mean, just flat out stupid as fuck, man. Ignorant, just disrespectful, and simply has no comprehensive skills. But it's not what you know, but who you know. So she has access to the judge, gives her, access, it gives her credibility, and it created a huge platform for her. But she's an imbecile. She's a real life imbecile, man. I'm talking about, when I learned how to read before I set foot in school, I already knew how to read because my great grandmother, I was reading as a child. I'm talking about 4 or 5 years old. I was reading. My great grandmother is a descendant of Thomas Jefferson, Big West.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying, okay, Daniel Payne
Hey,
is my fifth generation great grandfather nephew, and Daniel Payne established Wilberforce, which is the oldest HBCU north of the Mason-Dixon line. So they had like what was called the Brown printing press. They're all descendants of Godfrey Brown, my fifth generation great grandfather, and his wife Fancy was the daughter of Thomas Jefferson and Sally Hemings.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who the people are.
Thomas Jefferson, the president.
Yeah, Thomas Jefferson. I know. I don't know the other people.
Yeah, his concubine Sally Hemings. You know what I'm saying? Was his former slave. They had children together, and one of those children, Sally, Fancy, is my fifth generation great grandfather, grandmother. Yeah.
Hold on, I got it coming. Almost there. I just gotta just look this up real quick. And
So she was saying that Martin Luther King was just flat out a made up character. Huh?
yeah. Now, this is it was crazy. It's like, yo. So I'm gonna show you what she was talking about. Hold on here. All right, so this is it from this is what was released, the FBI Bureau Investigations, right? It's called The Vault. So this is the one on Martin Luther King. So I think it was page 14, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. All right. So let me see. Yeah, okay. So right here, boom, boom, boom. Go to that's not it. Yeah. Shit. See, this what happened, man. I be planning on doing a stream, and then I fucking forget about it and get caught up in some other shit. Let me see. All right. Criminal. Kingpin. No, that's not it. Yeah, they on their way out. Yeah, I was talking about how people are like you'll hear some of these guys that don't like Trump. They'll say, "Oh, the Trump supporters are upset," and it's just like I'm like, "No, the fuck we not. Man. We upset. Yeah, we're happy. Anything to deal with." Mhm. Yeah, and it's like no matter what he does, they're not gonna acknowledge it anyway. What's that? Transfer them out to the king. That means legal. Illegal. Yep. Damn, yo. Where is the shit? Nah, I had it here. I just can't find it. The passage. Shit. Let me see if I can find on this bitch. Nah, bitch. I gotta find that shit. Damn. Yeah, that's the only thing they're upset about. The only people that's upset are weak men, gays, and masculine ass women. The only ones that's upset. And like I don't understand like people I said that they got minds like fucking chickens, right? You know, because it's like, yo, you heard for yourself, you saw for yourself what this lady was saying. So how do you just ignore the dumb shit she was saying and doing? Like I'm just like, yo, how the fuck do you do that? And then you're saying, oh no, and he's gonna this, and he's gonna yo, no, it's not fucking 79 genders. No men should not be allowed in the bathroom with women. Not like no, they shouldn't be playing. Like how could you even agree to letting a 6'3" nigga
Participate in a woman's sport.
in a woman's sport, bro?
I mean, you know, back when I used to box, a man can kill a woman. Like physically, you know what I'm saying? Like if you look at when Boom Boom Man City killed dude in the ring, that was another man, another fighter. A man, a gladiator, man, he will, you know what I'm saying? I don't care who the woman is. He will, you know what I'm saying, literally destroy her. And it's not like no bragging, it's not nothing to brag. Because you know what I'm saying, it's some weak old, you know, it's some weak old shit.
When I tell you the government, the DOJ, Attorney General, and FBI
But
have
like,
been setting
you know,
this
the
up since
idea of a man competing against a woman, that's just sick.
people knew this the whole time that our government. So I wanted to give my take on this because I absolutely agree with you.
She must have fucking took it down, man. She probably did take it down.
She an idiot.
Let's continue on with this series about MLK Jr. Some of you guys are saying these documents are already released. Yes, I'm aware of that. I'm building up the series so it leads to the final deal.
Yo, did you see the mayor of Dalton? What, Tiffany Henry?
Oh yeah, the fight.
Yeah. Like, man, you know, these B-dubs, man. Along with, you know what I'm saying, with they simp drones.
Simp drones, yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like, you know, like, it's sick, like, man. But it's beautiful because we seeing it in real time. We seeing, you know what I'm saying, them destroy themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying, mainstream America, this DEI is dead. All, you know what I'm saying, the little perks y'all been getting from selling out the black man and the black community are coming to an end.
Yo. Yo, when I saw all of this shit, so DEI is out the window. Fucking
Yes.
they got these new standards for Section 8 and welfare. Like you can only get that shit 3 months out the year, and you could only get it for 3 years. Oh.
They gonna be with the what Kevin Samuels used to say. When they get bad, they gonna hit you with that phone call. Hey,
Big head. Yo, everything that they were bragging about and treating these brothers like shit. It's over. I just saw some chick.
Keep that strong.
This broad sleeping in her fucking car. No. She ain't even sleeping in her car. I don't know where the fuck she sleeping at. She might be lying because you know they get up on this fucking internet and lie their ass off.
Yeah.
They get up here and lie in a fucking minute, man. But she's like,
but
yeah.
That one right there.
Which one?
Nah, I'm talking about.
Yo, look at this shit. Look at this bitch. She ain't in no type of small vehicle, bro. Look at this bitch. She ain't in no small vehicle. Look at this motherfucker here. And you got the nerve to want to sue this dude in a little Honda Civic or whatever the fuck he had because he didn't want to carry your massive ass around. You know you wasn't supposed to get in that fucking car. She knows she dead ass wrong. You can't fit in that man's fucking car. Because you know how the back seat, yo. Yeah. Yo. Pookie. Hello? Pookie. Yo. Oh, I think Pookie. He probably called back. Oh, he's still there. Yo. Yeah, he gonna call back. Where's he at? Clicking the link. I'm sure I'll click the link soon. Yeah, man. That shit is over, bitch. They ain't even doing that shit no more. You understand? Now, I want to show you how these motherfucking pilots act. Look at this shit. Look at how these fucking pilots act.
To my people.
And one of them are Romeo, I need you outside of the Bravo.
Negative.
Negative what?
I'm inside.
You were not.
Yo. Yeah. Hey, yo, check out this shit right here. This is
Romeo, I need
This is
you
an
outside of the
airliner.
Bravo.
And she's telling the guy that she needs him to move aside because this other plane is coming. right? And this is how these motherfuckers act out there. Check this out.
Negative.
Negative what?
I'm inside.
You were not given a clearance through the Bravo. 1 November Romeo, exit the Bravo immediately.
I've been talking to you the whole time. That's the whole point of talking to you.
You have to have a Bravo clearance. You have to request a Bravo clearance.
The Bravo clearance about 50 miles ago.
Nobody clears you through the Bravo but me.
Then clear me through.
No.
Yes. You're an asshole. She's being an ass. That is not appropriate language.
Channel 852, what speed are you at?
We're at 220.
220.
What do you need?
Oh, no, 212, I'll tell you what, you go to 180, turn right heading 060, and I'll run the guy behind you that's doing about 100 knots faster on the ground speed.
All right, you want to play games?
No, I'm not playing a game. You're doing 180 across the ground. The guy that's 5 behind you is doing 310 across the ground. Now, you tell me, if I've got a bunch of airplanes in there, what would you do?
And 1 November Romeo, I need you outside of the Bravo.
So these motherfuckers here are having some form of disagreement over here. And you got like hundreds of people. Yo, it's mad background. You got what's that in the background, bro?
Hold on. All right.
So they're playing with people's fucking lives. How the hell you arguing with the person in the damn control tower? How you arguing with somebody in the control tower? About landing and all of that shit or taking off. So, you know.
Yeah, she said. No, he said what? One plane was on the runway doing 190, and the one behind him 320.
Yeah, that, and then the incident prior to that, the guy he's on a taxiway, and there's another plane that she cleared. So she's like, "Yo, I need you to move over so that." So she's like, "Yo, I need you to move over so this other plane could come through." And he's like, "I'm already here." But she's like, "Yo, you didn't get clearance to be here." So then they arguing and shit over that. So, like, one of the biggest idiotic things people said, right, was, "Oh, it's Trump's fault because he fired the fucking guy from FAA safety. It's his fault." I say, yo, how stupid can you be?
Idiots.
He didn't fire the motherfucker in the control tower or the pilots, nigga.
Exactly.
He ain't even fired their immediate supervisor. He fired their boss's boss. And he replaced them with somebody. It's not like he fired the guy and left the shit empty.
Exactly.
So how the fuck are you blaming it on? How the fuck are you blaming it on him?
That is the definition of TDS.
I'm just like, man,
Trump derangement syndrome.
And that's also, where's it at? This shit right here. Strategic incompetence. You see how I got him there, plane crash, strategic incompetence, right? Now, strategic incompetence right here refers to the deliberate act of underperforming or acting like you have a lack of ability in something to avoid responsibility or to manipulate the situation to your advantage. Right? Yeah. So you know for a fact, they know for a fact it's not his fault, but they're still going to say it and believe it and then repeat it. That is his fault. That's some asinine shit to do. You know, like no, it's not his fault because the motherfucker that deals with the planes was not him. He looks over paperwork, man. That nigga ain't got nothing to do with the motherfuckers. Somebody comes to him and says,
the only thing that's going.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like Trump's, like these, like I don't even know. Like, these are enemies of the state. And in the end, they're gonna have to be arrested and, you know what I'm saying, like, held accountable. Because they're doing everything they can to destabilize his presidency. And by destabilizing his presidency, you destabilize the country.
Yeah, you fucking up. Yeah, you fucking up. Everybody shut up.
Yeah.
Now, this is the motherfucker that he fired.
So, Mr. Washington, can you quickly tell me what airspace requires an ADS-B transponder?
Not sure I can answer that question right now.
That's okay. We'll just keep going. So that's a pretty important part. So what are the 6 types of special use airspace that protect this national security that appear on FAA charts?
Sorry, Senator, I cannot answer that question.
Okay. So what are the operational limitations of a pilot flying under basic med?
Senator, I'm not a pilot, so.
But obviously you'd oversee the Federal Aviation Administration. So any idea what those restrictions are under basic med, quickly?
Well, some of the restrictions I think would be high blood pressure. Some of them would be.
It's more like how many passengers per airplane, how many pounds in different categories, and what altitude you can fly under. So, and then amount of knots. It's under 250 knots. So it's not have anything to do with blood pressure. So can you tell me what causes an aircraft to spin or to stall?
Again, Senator, I'm not a pilot.
Okay, let's.
So this is the motherfucker he fired. They had a dude in there that didn't know shit about flying. He never flew a plane. He never spoke to anybody that flew a plane. He never worked on a plane. He doesn't know anything about planes, but he had a job as a head of the FAA.
You know who he was over? You know what he was over?
What?
Parking.
Parking. So how
Yo,
I got a video of what's this guy? Ted Cruz.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Ted Cruz.
I believe your record is. I believe your record is
as a part.
Woeful.
Pause. AO. He really exposed this guy, and after this exposure, that guy still got hired because this was a hearing for him to get hired, right? And look at what Ted Cruz tells him.
I believe your record is woefully lacking. And in fact, you have zero aviation safety experience. And I don't believe you'll have the votes for confirmation, as you and I visited about earlier this week. Mr. Washington, you've emphasized your time as CEO of the Denver airport, 20 months. Have you ever flown a plane?
Thank you for the question, Senator. No, I have never flown a plane.
So you weren't a military pilot or a commercial airline pilot?
No, Senator.
Have you ever worked for an airline?
No, Senator.
Have you ever worked as an air traffic controller?
No, Senator.
You ever worked for a company that manufactures airplanes?
No, Senator.
You ever worked for a company that fixes airplanes?
No, Senator.
In charge of the Denver airport. You're in charge of the airport's buildings, correct?
I am in charge of everything that goes on at that airport.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure that's exactly right. You're in charge of parking at the airport. Is that correct? How many parking spaces are there at the Denver?
All right, so he was in charge of parking at Denver. He's trying to get a new job over someplace else. But this nigga just said, I was in charge. I was on there, sir. He said, nah, nigga, you was in charge of parking. Yo, know how many parking spaces it is?
Airport.
Thousands.
Okay,
this nigga said thousands.
In charge of all the shops and restaurants in the airport. How many restaurants are there in the Denver airport?
We have anywhere from 150 to 200 or so.
You're in charge of coffee shops and clothing stores and newsstands. You're not in charge of the pilots, are you?
No, Senator.
You're not in charge of the airplane mechanics, are you?
No, Senator.
You're not in charge of the air traffic controllers, are you?
No, Senator.
You know, I look at prior FAA administrators. You and I.
Now he gonna talk about the niggas that used to be there and what kind of credentials they had. So people were mad because Trump got rid of motherfuckers like this. They were mad. Why would you be mad? This nigga don't know shit about planes.
I talked a couple of days ago. I respect your military service. I look at prior FAA administrators. Current acting FAA administrator Billy Nolan was a commercial airline pilot. He worked at multiple airlines in management roles. He has certificates in aviation safety from 3 different institutions, from the U.S. Army Safety Center and the U.S. Naval Postgraduate School. That's under President Biden. Administrator Steve Dixon, under both Biden and Trump, was an Air Force fighter pilot, a commercial airline pilot, an executive at Delta Airlines, 40 years of aviation experience. Acting Administrator Daniel Elwell was an Air Force combat pilot, a commercial airline pilot, a senior FAA official, and an aviation industry executive. Administrator Randy Babbitt.
And you covered parking lots and got hired. So, you know, people are really disingenuous when they be like, oh, it was his fault and Trump should have did this. Nigga, what? That's who you wanted? Nah. Unless it was parking. Not even parking. He ain't know the basic shit.
No. But the liberals, the left, you don't need to be competent. You don't need to be qualified. You just need to be a minority. To fill a blank.
Yep.
That's it. You know, it's like if anything happens to Trump, I'm telling you, like it's gonna be ugly.
Oh, they about to bomb these niggas, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, they about to bomb the cartel, bro.
Oh, good.
Oh shit. They wilding. They shooting at the border agents. They shooting at the border agents again.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's that nigga.
Yeah, they don't realize.
That nigga Pete Hegseth appeared on Fox Channel 5 and Friends, stated that military strikes against Mexican cartel are on the table, Pop. All options will be considered if these groups, now designated as foreign terrorists, continue to target Americans at the border.
I'm saying they should have, in my opinion, they should have been at them decades ago. You know, and if Mexico, if the government in Mexico can't, if the government in Mexico can't control their country, then maybe we need to go down there and replace the government.
You know, that's a hell of a responsibility, man. Because all the half of the motherfuckers we sent back was Mexican. So, imagine if the U.S. took over Mexico. Now you gotta fucking support them motherfuckers.
No, you know what I'm saying? You don't take over. You just put in a good government. Like, you know what I'm saying? There has to be competent leadership.
Yeah.
You know, right now, the woman down there ruling Mexico, running Mexico, she's not even Mexican. You know, but like, yeah, I'm saying the special forces, they need to, you know what I'm saying, they need to bomb, you know what I'm saying, these cartel all the way out.
Now, one thing I was saying is that I don't know how LA looking. It's wild Mexicans.
After the fires?
Yeah, like it's wild Mexicans. I don't know how our brothers
Oh yeah,
is dealing out there.
yeah. You know they run it. They done ran a lot of them out of, you know what I'm saying, LA.
I don't know, man. It's this one dude. It's this one dude who lives in LA. I gotta talk to him and see what his input is on there, because we got so many here.
I listen occasionally to a brother, you know what I'm saying, from LA. He don't live in LA no more. And he's saying the same thing that I'm saying. Now, it's some riders from LA. However, because of the policies, they've been ran out. You know what I'm saying? The government has said, look, we're going to pay the landlords to, you know what I'm saying, put these illegal aliens in these apartments. So they've gotten the natives, they've gotten, you know what I'm saying, the blacks who've been there for generations, they got them out of there. When it comes time for your lease to get renewed, if I own the property and I say, I'm the lease,
obviously,
then you got to go. And you know, them essays, you know what I'm saying, once they get deep, they show their racism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when I was in prison, I was in prison in Ohio. So they started to come into prison back in the mid 90s in Ohio. And once they got a few numbers up, they thought they were going to take a weight pile on the yard. And it led to an altercation between the Muslims and the Mexicans. Like one of them, like got his finger, like.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, so if we pop out, niggas might have to send the National Guard out there, just, you know, in LA, just as a show of force. Like, nigga, we here for the smoke. If y'all niggas act up. Yep. Yeah, he should have been kneeling on him like that. What was he doing in that incident? What was he doing? Yeah, yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Yeah. Man, I remember when the motherfuckers was coming through, people were noticing that. They was like, yo, where the bitches at with the babies? It's just a bunch of 30-year-old niggas here coming here. The fuck is that? Mhm. Hey, let's check this out. Apparently that guy, that president from Colombia, apparently he's saying some shit. So let's see what he's talking about. Let's see what he's talking about.
It hasn't even been a month since Donald Trump took office, and the 47th President of America is already stirring the hornet's nest. From deploying the US Army at the border with Mexico to threatening to deploy the US Navy to take over the Panama Canal. Trump's approach towards Latin America has been unlike that of his predecessor, Joe Biden, and now Trump has his eyes on Venezuela. The US Commander-in-Chief wants Nicolas Maduro out of office, but the Venezuelan leader is not backing down. He has decided to show Trump who's boss. As Maduro begins his third term, he announced that he will take his enemies by the horn. On the
Yo, this should be getting me hype. I'm like, nigga, what you want to do? I like what you want to do, man. You know what the fuck we got over here? We need all this. Give me all that. Nigga, we got drones, clones. Yo, man. Listen, man. I don't know. I'm like, yo, man, this is just send somebody missiles over there, B. Send somebody motherfucking missiles over there, B. Awake black out of a no. Send them niggas down there. Tell 'em, man, yo, just go down there to Venezuela. make sure them niggas get their food, their water, their education, and their fucking property. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Go down there, go down there and run shit down there in Venezuela. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They can do that shit. These niggas talking all this shit. This nigga talking about, yo, he gonna grab the bull by the horns and like, nigga, who you talking to, bro? Nigga, we got G.I. Joe back, bitch. Like, stop playing.
On the 29th of July 2024, Nicolas Maduro won a third term as president. He defeated opposition leaders Edmundo Gonzalez and Maria Corina Machado in what has gone down as a brutal political battle. Maduro has consolidated his power since the election, sending opponents to jail and forcing Gonzalez to flee to Spain.
Made that nigga leave.
A protege of Hugo Chavez, Maduro will lead the oil-rich nation of Venezuela for another term.
Juro por la memoria eterna. I swear on the eternal memory of our beloved leader and commander Hugo Chavez. And I swear on the historic, noble, and courageous people of Venezuela, before this Constitution, that I will fulfill all of its mandates, that I will enforce all the obligations of the Constitution and the laws of the Republic. May this new presidential term be a period of peace, of prosperity, of equality, and a new democracy. I swear on history.
Been accepted in the neighborhood.
What's up with the beef? What's up with the beef, man?
To invade Venezuela. They want Maduro gone before he can accumulate more power. But Maduro has responded. He wants to meet the Colombian leaders on the battlefield, and he has ordered his military to prepare for war.
En la Fuerza Armada Nacional Bolivariana.
In the Bolivarian National Armed Forces, whoever attacks one of its members attacks the whole, and we will act as one. This aggression will only further strengthen our cohesion and absolute unity in demanding respect for our leaders and hierarchical superiors.
Last week, Maduro launched the Bolivarian Shield 2025. These large-scale military drills are taking place in northwestern Venezuela and along the border with Colombia. These live-fire joint drills include the participation of the Venezuelan Army, the Air Force, the Navy, the police, and paramilitary forces. More than 150 naval vessels have been deployed. At least 50 fighter jets are taking part. More than 250 tanks have been deployed along the Colombian border, and more than 150,000 troops are taking part in the drills. Venezuelan special forces were paradropped into jungles, simulating cross-border missions into Colombia, and Nicolas Maduro dared the Colombian leadership to come and fight him like real men.
Muy importante, precisamente en el arranque de estos ejercicios.
It is very important to start these exercises in the fight against these criminal groups financed by drugs from Colombia by the paramilitary of former President Álvaro Uribe,
uno de sus cuadros principales,
one of their main criminal cadres who they have protected for years and turned into one of their heroes. We will inform you of what has happened because we have to liberate the entire national territory.
Porque tenemos que liberar todo el territorio nacional.
Maduro then accused Colombia of funding and supporting terror activities inside Venezuela. And in front of thousands of troops, Maduro dared Colombia to start a fight with the Bolivarian armed forces.
Salvo excepciones en algunos lugares.
If any country wants the experience of Venezuela, I extend my hand for the fight against these violence-generating groups that have been supported from Colombia by paramilitarism, drug trafficking, and public enemy number one of Venezuela, Mr. Uribe and Mr. Duque. They were legally declared by the National Assembly public enemy number one of the National Bolivarian Armed Force, of the people of Venezuela, and of the popular military police fusion.
De la Fuerza Armada Nacional Bolivariana, del pueblo de
Venezuela,
y de la fusión.
They don't like each other.
Maduro's troops remain deployed along the Colombian border, And now Bogota is facing two challenges. The first is clearly the Venezuelan army, and the second is the resurgence of the left-wing guerrilla group known as the National Liberation Army, or ELN. In mid-January, the ELN launched an attack on civilians, killing over 100, wounding dozens, and kidnapping government officials. The attack took...
Man, rule number one, don't get caught, bro. Never get caught, bro.
I gotta get out your way. There you go.
Niggas over there getting caught. Don't get caught.
Armed forces deploy their troops along the border with Colombia to stop irregular groups that, according to authorities, are trying to destabilize the country and use the territory for drug trafficking.
It is an unauthorized runaway in Venezuelan territory. In the place, a light aircraft, according to authorities. It was used by armed groups that have their center of operation in Colombia and seek to generate an atmosphere of terror and their press tank call.
We are in the Jose Antonio Páez municipality in the state of Apure in the framework of the Operation Bolivarian Shield.
These are videos published by the Bolivarian armed forces in their social networks. They show the patrolling and deployment along the border with Colombia. They announced that they have located on Venezuelan soil drug traffickers' compounds and laboratories in the neighboring Indian nation. In the most recent operation, they found more than 5,000 explosive bars. All were...
They'll be all right. They'll be all right.
Does Iran kill him now that his security detail is no longer in place?
This was the first piece of legislation President Trump proudly signed as the 47th president of the United States, and it will guarantee that Laken did not die in vain. As Laken's mother, Allison, tearfully said during the signing event, President Trump said he would secure our borders and that he would never forget about Laken, and he hasn't. He's a man of his word, and we trust that he will fight for the American people. Those are the words of Laken's mother, and we will never forget them. So to help lock up even more criminal illegal aliens, President Trump signed a memorandum this week to detain them at Guantanamo Bay. This action will expand the Migrant Operations Center at Naval Station Guantanamo Bay to full capacity to provide critical extra detention space for high priority criminal illegals.
Yeah. Guantanamo Bay. Guantanamo Bay is back in effect, man. Yo, Puke. You if you can unmute, bro. Guantanamo Bay is back in effect, bro. They don't want none of that shit. Damn, I had my Guantanamo Bay shit out. Where was it? Damn. Let me see. This is not it. This is it. No, that's not it. This is it. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. Take that off real quick. That out. All right, there we go. Expanded Migrant Operations Center at Naval Station Guantanamo Bay to full fucking capacity, dog. All right. This memorandum is issued in order to halt the border invasion, dismantle criminal cartels, and restore national sovereignty. It's on. Yeah, send all them motherfuckers over there, man. Because they got away from their country some kind of way. So send their ass somewhere where you know they won't be getting away again. That's a fact. What else was we looking at? Oh, yeah. So I thought this was pretty informative.
People start to discuss the real problem, because there are real problems there. And then there's another element that it's trolling, because the more you start to talk about it and you dismiss Trump as the Europeans who is boisterous, divisive, eccentric, you start to look at other realities, and the realities are irony. Take the Gulf of America. So Trump says, it's time to be Gulf of America. How you like that, Mexico? But then you look at the coastline. The coastline of the Gulf of America is 1,700 miles on the U.S. side, and it's 1,700 miles on the Mexican side. It's been Gulf of Mexico for 400 years, and the left introduced into the popular discourse the idea that there are no names sacrosanct. If you have the Woodrow Wilson Center, change it. The Hollowed Boat Hall, change it. So he's saying, well, they change names. They do it, not me. So I'm just going to change the name. They've had 400 years. It'll be in Gulf of America. We have the same amount. It's fair. And that gets people upset. And then Mexico gets upset. And then suddenly Mexico says, we'll stop that caravan and let's negotiate. And then Panama, he says, well, you think we're imperial power? You're against imperialism, Yankees? You brought in the Chinese. They're worse imperialists than we are. You're a colony of China. And that gets a further iron. Then he says to the Danish, you're lecturing me, that I'm getting in your internal affairs? You're a little tiny country, and you are a colonial power. You've got this big continent, and you're acting like you're a 19th century colonial. And this is coming from the EU? And you look at Greenland, the distance from New York to Greenland is shorter than from Greenland to Copenhagen. And Greenland's in North America. So it's 19th century, 18th century Europeans coming into North America and colonizing. And I want to let the people of Greenland decide. And the same thing with Canada. He's saying, well, maybe you should defend yourself because, you don't want people, we don't want people to be our colony. And we have all this one-way trade with you. And I guess we're a mercantile colonial power where the British learned that colonialism didn't work. So either be part of us or just stop it. Just go your own way and, but if you don't and you want to have a symmetrical, you better close the border. And you better have reciprocal trade charges, and you better pay up if you want to be a partner. But if you want to be a colonial subject, then keep doing what you want and we'll treat you that way. So there's irony in all of these, but the point of all of them is to bring attention in an eccentric fashion and get something done quickly. This MAGA movement is now incorporating people across the spectrum, whether it's RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, all the way over to Horowitz, Andreessen, David Sachs, Elon Musk, Ramaswamy. So what that means is take taxes for the middle class. So if you say you float the idea that you're going to reduce taxes for veterans, first responders, waitresses, Social Security. You're talking $1 trillion. And then you've got Vivek and Elon saying they want to cut between 1 and 2 trillion, but they can't touch entitlements or defense. So you're down to 30% of the budget, but you're going to cut it. So he got deficits, and so did George W. Bush. But last time he inherited sort of a uneasy world where you had to restore deterrence. Well, this time it's worse. So the MAGA people are going to have to understand that to restore deterrence, so you don't have to even think about getting an option, you're going to have to use force. Sometimes that's going to be an optional. But what's different about Trump is that, like Reagan, he's old, but he has no prerequisites. He has no hierarchies. He has no protocol. So when he was in New York, I used to read stories about why people hated him because he hung around with Mike Tyson.
See that? So when we hear about
New York, I used to read stories about why people hate.
So when they talk about him, I'm just snapping this picture here. You know, oh, you know, this, that, and the third, and yo, if you were great at what you did, whatever field you were in, he fucked with you.
Hated him because he hung around with Mike Tyson. He hung around with Al Sharpton. He hung around with boxing promoters, Al King, who was completely disreputable. And when he surrounds himself by Steve Bannon, the way Steve Bannon dresses or looks, or he has no problems with having Fetterman come with his shorts. In other words, it gets him in trouble sometimes, but his attitude is he judges people on what their usefulness is and their ability is. And I think he got that from being a builder. And he got a lot of empathy for people who are not and he's an outsider too. I mean, with the mugshot, you know, you talk to people in Manhattan and you ask them, before Trump was president, was he on the A, B, or C list? And they will tell you the D list. They didn't want to go to dinner with him because he had declared bankruptcies, or he'd been married 3 times, or the way he looked was, and that plays to his advantage, that he does not judge people by the way that traditional Republicans do. He's impressed by Harvard, Yale, and all that, but he's not exclusionary. So he will bring people around him of any background if he finds out they have talent, and that makes him accessible. So when you saw him go into Madison Square Garden right after, I have never seen right before the election a menagerie like that. I mean, he had on the one hand a button-down tie Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House. Then he had apostate RFK and Tulsi Gabbard. Then he had Hulk Hogan. Then he had Kid Rock. Then he had Joe Rogan. Then he had Dana White. You know, mixed martial arts. They were all there, and they were all getting along with each other, and they all had one thing in common. Nobody cares what we dress like. Nobody cares what we say. Nobody cares where we went to school. But we're all successful, and we have things in common. We all like the country and knows that. And it's I don't think that people ever saw that side of him. I'll give you an anecdote. When I was writing the first book, I talked to a lot of people, and I talked to a very important financier in New York, and he said he could see sometimes out his window one of Trump's buildings, and no one knew that Trump was being watched. He didn't know, but he would get out of his car and go shake hands with the cement person, the electricians. There was no advantage other than as a businessman you want to, but he felt comfortable with him. Another person I asked him about who played golf with him, and he said, yes, he bets on all the time, and sometimes he quote unquote forgets his wallet when the bet is due. But he said, before I got angry, it wasn't very long at all after I had played with him and we were betting on holes and he wouldn't pay up, he would walk over to another group of caddies, Cuban Americans, and he'd come back and he wouldn't say anything. And then he got curious, and so after Trump left, he went over there and he said he went over and gave us cash to send for our funeral for a family member to be buried. And he said the same thing. Another person said, you know, we went into Mar-a-Lago to eat, and all of a sudden he disappeared in the kitchen. So we didn't know what was going on. And then we found out he went into the kitchen and said, we closed the restaurant, so I have my friends over, and here's $200 for each of you in lost tips in cash. So he has an empathy with working people. And that's why he couldn't fake that when he was those two iconic moments at McDonald's when that Indian American guy said, I'm just ordinary. And he just out of the blue said, you are not ordinary. And then his wife said, you took a bullet. And Trump just, you know, I think I did. And it was, I guess I did take a bullet for you. And the same thing with the garbage truck. Nobody else could do that. Romney couldn't do it. Obama couldn't do it. It had nothing to do with money. It had everything to do with attitude and ease with working people. And so that's what when I go to Stanford and I talk to people that despise him, which is most people, that is one of their greatest criticisms of it, that they feel that he has diminished the office because he has no he has no regulations, he has no requisites, he has no restrictions on who gets to see him and the people he associates with. And so, and what Trump is saying is, well, I'm sure that all the people who sold out the country with Biden from China and Ukraine and all of his cronies had ties and suits and talked like they were normal. And I'm sure that Jack Smith and all the people who went out after me were all Harvard trained, or I'm sure that Anthony Blinken with his Harvard degrees or Yale degrees who called up and cooked up the 51 intelligence, but I don't do that. I don't care. And that really resonates. So there's a natural ease, and he doesn't judge people by their resumes or their titles or their degrees, and that comes across to his advantage. I'm a little worried about intrinsic paradoxes in the MAGA agenda, and I'll just name two very quickly or three. So he had this populist tax cutting, and that meant no taxes on military people, no taxes on first responders, no taxes on Social Security, no taxes on tips. You total that up and it could total, in theory, $1 trillion. And then he says that he wants to build up the military and then extend tax cuts and maybe accentuate them. So that is predicated. That's never, so in the history of the American presidency, no president has ever been able to cut taxes and then grow the economy enough because of deregulation to get enough revenue without drastic spending. Reagan failed. He had big deficits because he could not cut. So yes, all those tax promises will work, but only if Elon can cut $2 trillion. I'm not sure he can, because the discretionary spending is only a third of the budget. And when you get on, Arnold Schwarzenegger here in California bragged that he could cut, and when the SEIU and the government employees unions went after him, they destroyed him. I mean, every night there were pictures of him with a cigar and his private jet. Doesn't care about you. The other thing is, and we talked about very in passing, is Jacksonianism is that his foreign policy, no better friend, no worse enemy, no optional military engagements. It's all based on the creation of deterrence. And that means that from time to time he's going to have to use force, and he's going to have to be careful that he doesn't get involved and bogged down somewhere. He's going to pick and choose where he uses force to restore deterrence, and he has to explain to his MAGA base, this is not Iraq, this is not in Afghanistan, this is not nation building. So he's got to be very careful about that. That's another problem that he has. And then in the and we've talked about the most obvious, that as a business person, he uses the H-1 visa, but he's got people around him that, unless he can convince them, that have abused that system. Under that statute, it says if you have a bachelor's degree And if you have a skill that there's not enough Americans who possess it, then you can allow people to come in pretty much freely and get almost an entirely renewable each year green card. And what's happened in Silicon Valley is when you have people graduating from Cal State Fresno or Cal State Bakersfield with coding degrees, and they go to Silicon Valley, they're bringing people in from Taiwan, Korea, but especially India, with BAs, and they're not paying them the $150,000 a year, they're paying them $70,000. And they'll, and so they are abusing that system. What it was really what it was envisioned is, we are short engineers at the PhD design level, and yet those countries do not like those PhDs to leave. They want their other people to come. And so he's going to have to tell the tech people, bringing in a lot of people with BAs and paying them almost nothing and having them almost as indentured is at our expense. So if you're going to keep that type of visa, then you're going to have to reflect its original intent, and you're going to cut it down to only people who are really rare, and we don't have enough of them.
Nice. Yo, guys, I'm about to end the stream. Thank you for coming out and clicking on the video and all that good shit. I'm actually going to do this over. Yeah, I'm going to do this over with some new information added and shit. All right. I'm going to see you in a few. Bye.